Namaskar. Welcome to IASA News. I am Dr. Krishna Puttaparthi from Dallas, Texas. Today we are going to meet a person who is a physicist, a research scientist. Also, he worked in the management of ECIL. He is a cartoonist. And finally, he is a line drawing illustrator. He is none other than Mr. K.V. Bhima Rao. Let's meet Mr. Bhima Rao. Welcome to IASA News, Mr. Bhima Rao. Before we go into detail about your line drawing illustrator work, let's discuss about a little bit about your childhood and where you were born and got the education and everything. Could you please tell our viewers?
Yeah. Initially, I want to thank you for sharing some time with me about my ability to tell to audience about myself. As per my background, I am born in Vijayanagaram in a middle class family, and we are 5 siblings for my father, my mother and father. We are all from Vijayanagaram, which is known for many artists like Gurjada Parao, Adipatla Narayanadas, P. Sushila, and so on. Many are there, and I'm fortunate to have been associated from that place right from my childhood.
In fact, it's a gharana for musicians, Vijayanagaram, right?
Okay.
Sushila Garu and Ghantachala Garu also come from from that music college.
Music college, right. I couldn't add that also.
So I know you were born there. Now you said that you were born there. So you were even education also from Vijayanagaram. Up to that, what level you were
actually, I studied in Maharaja's College, Vijayanagaram, and one of the best in Andhra Pradesh at that time. I think the other one is at Rajahmundry, and we had full-fledged labs and faculties like Dr. A. L. Narayana, Vasantara Venkatarao, and so many people. Teachers were very dedicated, and we used to get a lot of inspiration from them, and they applied themselves to the best of promote the talents of the students at that time. And I'm really lucky. I was a bit fortunate to have a very bright academic record also, very academic career also. And I did my BSc Physics in MR College, Vijayanagaram. For a brief time, I also worked as a demonstrator to support my father in his academic activities.
Okay. So from Vijayanagaram, you moved to Vizag?
No, not exactly. From Vijayanagaram, I have gone due to my family academic conditions. Though I had a rank in university from physics, these things, my father could not afford to
send you to
higher studies,
higher education.
Higher education. But fortunately, I had an application given to Baba Atomic Research Center now. At that time, Atomic Energy Establishment, Bombay.
That's in Bombay,
and
Mumbai.
Seeing my marks and records and all that, they offered me a post of a junior scientific assistant. And I decided to move on to Bombay, where my life has totally been changed for the better. And I was given a lot of opportunities to interact with the great people like Dr. A.S. Rao Garu and Baba and all that. All major scientists of today are hailing from Bombay.
So you were fortunate enough to work with Homi Baba.
Yeah.
And Mr. A.S. Rao also.
I used to see them. Baba himself is a great artist, actually. He's all the buildings and coloring, Baba used to personally supervise, and so-called Baba's Grey. All atomic energy establishments have a typical Baba's Grey buses and signboards, whatnot.
So you
And
joined as a research, junior research scientist.
as-
Put it this.
I joined scientific assistant.
Scientific assistant. Yeah. Okay. So what was the main thing at the time you were doing in the Baba Atomic?
Yeah, I worked in a film bed section related to radiation monitoring. What happens when people deal with the nuclear materials? They will be exposed to radiation, and the safety of the people who are working with the radiation, like cobalt, radium, and phosphorus 32, and things like that. They need to be protected also because it's a long range effects are there. As we all know about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki effects on generations. So I used to work in that monitoring system, and I worked there for 6 years with Dr. A.S. Rao garu. And sometimes I used to see great scientists like Raja Ramanna, A.S. Rao garu, and Vajay, and things like many, many great people. Chetana and things like that in my childhood, actually.
I know Dr. A.S. Rao is such a eminent scientist. So I know that you worked with him also. So how was the working with him, Dr. A.S. Rao?
Yeah, actually, A.S. Rao garu is a great personality, not only physically. He used to look like Gregory Peck, with his right hand side partition and height, with a grey coat and a red tie, and he used to walk along with Baba. He's instantaneously people fall in love with his magnanimous personality and all that. I used to enjoy this thing. I not only as a scientist, he contributed to making a reactor first time in India when the atomic energy was in a very naive stage, even in America. But these people have, with the support of Baba and the indigenous technology concept, they have ventured to build an atomic reactor in Bombay with very, very little facilities and infrastructure. And people, A.S. Rao is that's how he became a role model. As much as he is a scientist, he is a great human being. And I fell in love with him in the sense that we used to imitate him and we used to copy his mannerism and all that.
Well, since he's such a big personality, and that's why they have a whole Nagar is on his name.
Yeah,
A.S. Rao
Nagar. Really,
in
now
Hyderabad.
I'm living in A.S. Rao Nagar.
Oh, wow.
A.S. Rao Nagar, which is a big city, and not only the small township, but the entire area in Hyderabad. It is one of the most potential and respectable location in entire Hyderabad.
Area to live in Hyderabad.
Prestigious address for all Hyderabadis.
Everybody knows here in A.S. Rao Nagar.
A.S. Rao Nagar, yeah.
Well, that's good. Mr. Bhima Rao, you were interacted with Mr. Bapu, the famous director. So can you tell us a little bit about how your association with Mr. Bapu garu?
Sure. Bapu garu is a world-class artist, and I have been seeing Bapu's picture since my age 10. Now I am more than 80 years. More than 70 years of my observation of Bapu's. His style is unique. He's a different type of stroke is there. Power of line is different. And very versatile in the sense that he is comfortable in all types of drawing models, like whether it be it Puranic or cartooning or social or Janapadam, whatever it is. He is very comfortable, and probably in the world nobody else could do this range of
artwork,
artwork,
line drawing,
artwork. And deriving expressions through few lines, minimal lines. That is a specialty of Bapu. Yet they are extremely beautiful and uncomparable to anybody. He is a genius, and I used to get inspiration whenever I used to run and buy anything that Bapu illustration is there in a book or whatever it is. We used to fight and buy the book and see this thing.
So, did you have a chance to see his? I mean, when he was really working with the line drawing work, or just
Yeah.
you met
Yeah.
him and it just interacted with him?
Yeah. I was very lucky in the sense. Once I had been to Madras,
Okay.
Chennai, and Bapu Garu stays in Chennai. So I just called on him looking at the directory, and sir, I am from Vijayanagaram. My beloved, I am not in Vijayanagaram. I am from Hyderabad. But I said, I came from Vijayanagaram to meet you. And surprisingly, he talked to me for 15 minutes.
Over the phone, huh?
Over the phone, and he gave me directions how to reach his house. And he doesn't know who am I at that time.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a fan of you and I want to see you in person. So he explained very thoroughly how to reach his place. And me and my family, we went to his house at 3 o'clock. That was a Vijayadashmi day. And believe me, we were talking together till 10 o'clock in the night.
No, but when you called him, you didn't mention anything about your work.
No.
No line drawing,
no.
nothing.
No, nothing. I said I'm a fan of him.
Oh, okay.
And when I reached this thing, Bapu Garu is a sort of introvert, I should say, and he doesn't like people disturbing him and all that. So when I went to 3:30 to his house, he came out with a feeling of uncomfortableness. So I was shaken in my heart, but then, as I said, I mentioned a few of his drawings, like serials, what he has mentioned and all that. I am from Vijayanagaram. The titles itself has impressed him. Oh, I am studying deep study of him, and he invited, let us go inside. And then we shared many these things, common points with respect to pictures and all that.
But did you take any of your work with you when you visited him, or just
no?
Without
Actually,
any work or anything?
I was in full service at that time, and my work was limited to only cartoons and all that.
Okay.
And I don't have courage to show my type of level of work to him.
It is no.
Yeah.
You're a fan anyway,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
I have done this one. You could have,
Yeah.
you could have shown, right?
Later
That's
in
what I'm
a
saying,
Sri Ramarajam shooting and all that, I used to see how he holds the pencil, how he writes this one. I used to be very curious. And during that time, I used to show whatever works I have done to him, and he used to observe very keenly. He knows my capability or whatever it is.
So when you started talking about the work, then he knows that this gentleman
I am
knows
genuinely interested in
his work,
art and all.
the line drawing work. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the year this is about?
This is 98 or 2000, around 2000.
Oh, okay.
Around
So
when I took my
roughly
VRS,
25 years ago.
VRS, I came out from ESIL. Then my children were studying intermediate and all that at that time. So I thought, somebody asked, what should I do after retirement? Then somebody said, what is your core strength? I said, I don't have any core strength other than a bit of drawing and all that. Really, that matter helped me that I must do something in my little skill, whatever I had at that time. So then I started my work, and first book I did was by the grace of Lord Hanuman Chalisa. And I showed my drawings to Bapu Garu when he came over to Sabdalaya Studios at Hyderabad. Though nervous, I showed him, and he patiently looked at each of them. I was thinking what comments he may offer. He said, your expressions are very good, and all that. I gave me a lot of encouragement. And that book I published. My first ever book was published on Hanuman Chalisa. And Hanuman is a great, I have his blessings. Probably I continued my journey in art since then.
So, is it safe to say that kind of inspiration from Bapu Garu? That whatever the drawing work you started with him?
Yeah, I had
Or
appreciation.
anybody else is there before even you met Bapu?
No, not exactly. For me, Bapu is everything. He is my role model
So,
role model, and people, other artists also are there because one Antyakul Paidaraju also was there in India, in Vijayanagaram. They used to paint. They are basically painting works are there, and they are great artists. Sometimes we used to visit their galleries and all that. But actually, I thought this type of work I should do like Bapu. That is the inspiration derived from only after seeing his books.
so it is something unique, right?
Yeah, unique.
Because there are many other drawing
Yeah.
artists are there, but line drawing artists are very, very few.
Very, very few. In the sense, actually, Bapuga's specialty is minimal drawings, minimal lines, maximum expression, maximum expression. And I don't know, I can identify Bapu's drawing even if you show me 1 inch or 1 centimeter of any line, if you show me, I can say whether it is Bapu or not. I used to observe so keenly about the others' drawings and all that. I can easily find out whether it is Bapu line or somebody's. To the extent I studied. In fact, I don't know whether it's right to say, I wanted to do a PhD on Bapu.
Oh, you wanted to do a PhD?
Because I have so many material, study and in-depth analysis and all that. It did not happen so far.
But you had collected a lot of data.
My library in Bapu's works, I think probably very few people have got my library of Bapu. Very few people have. So much so, once somebody was giving a book on Bapu, writing a book on Bapu. So they collected materials from whosoever people are having. Somebody came to know Bhima Rao is also having a lot of his old works and all that. Then I said, Bapu Garu is collecting this thing. Then I said, even if Bapu asks me, I won't give my works to him because I may lose forever. So then Bapu Garu assured me over telephone, no, they will certainly give you back all the works you have because that is my treasure and I don't want to share with others.
Did you have a chance to talk to him about, you want to do the PhD on his work or on him?
Actually, he doesn't like anything related to his greatness and all that. He doesn't encourage actually. Even if you talk, he is very introvert and shyness is there. Very simple, humble and all that. You can't take liberty with him on sharing his greatness or telling about his greatness.
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it actually. He doesn't like it.
Okay.
So
that's I mean, not many people know that. Very few
people crave for advertisement and all that. People crave for that, but he negates that sort of publicity and all.
Publicity. I know that he's also very closely associated with Mr. Mullapodi Venkatramana.
Oh, right, really?
Right. Oh, they are like almost like a twins. Anything associated with the movie and everything is there, right?
Mullapodi is another great writer, and they are friends together. And Mullapodi's style of he changed the style of narration of prose in language, and many people imitate him and all that. But he wrote Rajakiya Petala Panchami Satika and a series like that in Andhra Patrika Prabha in 1950s, and supported by Bapu's illustrations. And I think that is a deadly combination, and they become so powerful and so this thing. Mullapodi both are like-minded people. So simple people. You
followed them even from the early days.
Yeah. Mullapodi is a very well-known name, even along with Bapu Garu and all that. In fact, they shared same house also because of togetherness and all that. They were also middle-class type of this thing. Bapu was slightly more well-to-do than Mullapodi. Mullapodi Garu, in the last stages, Mullapodi Venkatramana wrote their lifestyle, like a biopic, like
So,
biography.
how often you used to meet Mr. Bapu Garu, or just only once in a while?
Many times, as often as whenever he comes to Hyderabad, I come to know. He used to come for Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam series, Kadalu, and Raja, this Rama Rajyam shooting and all that.
Okay.
If I know Bapu Garu is in town, I will meet him.
So,
So we used to allow that one.
so you used to show him your
Yeah,
work
yeah, you
all the time?
so whenever
Whenever you
what is
meet
new
him.
and all that.
Hmm.
And he's such a, I can share one experience, such a keen observer.
Hmm.
Once he was having his lunch and I was showing
Work.
one of my works. This is the book painting I want to put in my new book and all. He said, "This is the old one. Why you are writing the same thing again? Ganapati something."
Hmm.
I was amazed because from a distance of 2 meters, with a glass, 1 second, he told me what my earlier picture was there. And
He remembers.
remember that. It's an old picture you have drawn like that. Oh, I thought I've shaken to this thing, bones, really. And the memory and sharp eye, and very sharp. He has got a camera in his eyes. I feel like that. He has got such a.
Okay, very good. Very good. Mr. Bhima Rao, you were telling me that you met Mr. Bapu Garu many times. You have anything to share with our viewers that, really anything interesting?
Yeah.
Your discussion or
Yeah.
your association with Mr. Bapu Garu?
So many are there, but just one few examples. R.K. Lakshman is also one of the famous artists in India. He used to write, he wrote 1.5 lakhs cartoons as a Times of India cartoonist over 50 years, almost similar to Bapu Garu. But he is confined only to humor and political humor.
Okay.
And line drawing and no painting and all things, not much. Once in the Times of India, they wrote an article on R.K. Lakshman that he does 40 cartoons a week. It was a big news like thing I read in the Times of India. But people don't know about Bapu Garu. గాలిబ్ గీతాలు అని ఒక దాశరథి గారు రాసిన ఫీచర్స్ 40 pictures Bapu Garu has written overnight.
40 pictures overnight.
Overnight. And you see those pictures, they are in Arabic style and contemporary typical attires and all that. As if he is shooting somewhere in Arab or something like that type of thing. And so much so, he's also a great humorist, as you know. He wrote many, many cartoons. Bapu's humor is high class. And morning his hand was chirigipai ante timirlekipai.
Okay.
So numb.
Tingling.
Numb.
Or tingling.
Then he said, I'm a cheyi tirigina artist. Such a artist.
You said that?
Morning. Yeah.
He told you that?
I'm a great cheyi tirigina anta tirigina artist. No? My cheyi. Konkarlu poyina ma chetulu.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. And I saw him many times in dubbing and all that in studios. He used to cut jokes very frequently while talking and all that. And
so in your work, is there anything resembling our Bapu Garu's work, or you picked up some of the
right.
from his work?
Yeah, actually Bapu is known for his beauty. Bapu pictures are known, be it a cartoon or any other type of art also. There is some inherent beauty in excess of compared to other artists. You don't know why you fall in line for that beautiful faces and all, especially women. Bapu Garu, Bhima, we all know that. What I feel is, personally, my experience, Bapu Garu, in Western Greek and American and these personalities are very, very, very beautiful and all. Anatomy, human anatomy is very, very adoring with respect to Greek and
Yes.
American. Bapu Garu has Indianized those personalities into Indian models. Like lady is there, her nose line, her eyes and her lips and all that, plus overall anatomy. So it is a Western style mixed with Indian beauty, localized this thing. That made, I think, Bapu is a very great person. And people, I have to say, people cannot be more than this now beauty than Bapu's picture.
So that means you has a lot of influence on your work also.
Yeah.
If I say that.
Right. I copy most of his nose lines, his eyes, and all that. And a normal person thinks, oh, they are as good as Bapu. But I'm not even 1% of Bapu. I can openly admit. But for a common man, they look alike Bapu, this thing. And probably that is a little. I'm a bit popular because of that aspect of that. They look like Bapu's pictures and all that. And I am the only person doing similar things, very compared to only one or two more are there. Doing in his style of work. All my publications are there.
Mr. Bhima Rao, you said that you have published 13 books. I mean, your drawing illustrated work. You started with Hanuman Chalisa, right? Then after that, you published many books. Can you tell a little about the other work which you have done?
Yeah. Actually, when I retired, I didn't know there is a vacuum in my life. So somebody, one palmist was there in my Isayam. So I went to him, what can I do in my life after retirement? Then he said, are you into publishing? He asked me. I said, I don't know anything about publishing. I never did, except one manual of my semiconductor technology. I made a manual. That is a book form. So I said, I don't know any idea about publishing. But he says, your line shows a lot of publishing in your life. So I don't know, his name is Sharma and Ishayal. He used to predict to people and all that. And then surprisingly, it came so much true in my life. I never thought after my retirement of 30 years, I published 10 or 15 books on my own. There are no publisher. On my own, on my friend, we got some resource people. Somebody writes and I made this thing. And as I said earlier, because I wrote some illustrations for Sivanandamurthy Garu, my trend went into my Puranic subjects. And the Telugu Vanmayam is so great, Sanskrit or whatever it is. Anything if you pick up, people are familiar with the subject, but they don't know, they enjoy more when the same thing is presented to them through pictures and write-ups in a simpler way. So probably this is the success of our publications. And I wrote first Hanuman Chalisa with the 40 dohas illustrated and scripted in Telugu, English and Hindi also.
Oh, okay. So
Three
different
languages. And we made more than 10 or 15,000 books on that.
Copies.
Printed copies. And people take our books for three reasons. One is it is a visible literature because people see the picture. And I always say, somebody tells me a story. There is a king, he had 7 sons, they went for hunting and all that. Every time you hear his story, you imagine a picture in your mind. So we listen, but there is a counterpart in your mind through a picture.
You visualize yourself.
Visualize.
Yeah.
Horse riding, a king going and all, attire and all that. So the same thing is put on paper. People, the recall value is much simpler, much easier. And people immediately correlate their visual image, mental image, and my picture on the paper. So they enjoy both. That's what I feel. So anything said can be put on paper and illustrated. It captures the attention much easily. So this is the system I follow, and we give resource people I have, and writers. We are a small group of people, and combination of Telugu, English, and colored this thing, colored illustration, and a neat presentation with binding and all that. So people love this sort of presentation. So I never looked back. I never lost money or anything like that.
Okay. So after Hanuman Chalisa, what is the next one you started?
Yeah, next one I made on similar themes. Adichavardiyam I made. Once my friend wrote, my brother wrote Adichavardiyam. People read slokas and all that, but they don't know the meaning. They don't know the full meaning of that one. And once somebody gives you the meaning, like a song also, Shagraj Kirtan is there. Once people sing, everybody sings, but they don't know the content and the lyrics and the subject and the literature, inherent literature. Like a Hindi song, we all sing Hindi songs. But if you know the meaning and listen,
still you enjoy
much more.
Yeah, correct, of course.
So adding meaning to what you are doing, listening or seeing, will definitely attract much more. It's three-dimensional, three-dimensional effect will come. So that way we made Adichavardiyam and Bhajagovindam, one of the literature of Sanskrit, this thing. 31 slokas and universal truth enunciated by Shankaracharya in 7th century. And most of them are true even today. How modern he was to predict at that time. When one of the verses he says, if you have a lot of money, you have got even enmity with your own son. So this is enunciated by him in the 7th century. And we see much more in today's life.
Yeah, for today's life now, I think it's
much more complex than that. So like that we made, then we made Tyagaraja book. And actually my fortune to publish was Vishnu Sahasranam.
So all the 1,000 of them?
1,000 names. I took 4 years to make that book. 1,000 names.
With
illustrations. First of its kind in India. And we made more than 15,000 copies.
And this is in English and Telugu?
English and Telugu. English and Telugu and colored pictures, fully bound. And Mantralayam.
Do you have a copy? Just to show
I got
viewers.
A copy. It is the.
You said Vishnu Sahasranamam, right?
Vishnu Sahasranam.
Okay.
Vishnu Sahasranam. This is the book. This is the book we made, and inner pages. It's like almost like a catalog.
Okay.
Catalog, and I have got
see all your drawings.
1,100 drawings.
Yeah.
And
with all the 1,000.
1,000 names. People enjoy it. Is much more popular in US. And one of my friends, Tata Prakasham in Chicago, he took 2,200 books by surface mail. And he said people bought the book even for $1,000, believe me. Some people gave him $1,000 on seeing the book. I had not to speak high on myself. It is the content, and
they like your work. It's a very unique work. Because nobody has done it before. And
Mantralayam people have given me 1 lakh cash award for this.
Oh,
for this book.
So other than what all the awards you got it? I mean, I know one of them from Mantralaya Swamiji. Is there any other Swamiji or any?
I have few felicitations, like prestigious Kandukuri Shivanamurthy Gari, Acharmika Prachara Sabha. They gave me. It is one of my fortunate and most prestigious. This thing I consider, because he is a great person, Shivanamurthy Garu. In fact, I dedicated some of my books to him. And Kenera Art Theatres, they gave me small things. People give me shawls and these things are.
Okay, we talked about the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Then of course that one is a Bhagavad Gita.
We also made. I happened to be a fortunate devotee of one of my teachers, spiritual teachers, Atma Leenananda Saraswati, related to Dayananda Saraswati. I learnt Bhagavad Gita classes through her for over 14 years. She used to take one sloka per week, and 14 years, 700 slokas we made. And I made a book on Bhagavad Gita, mostly from HR point of view. HR point of view. These are not all 700 slokas, but chapters after 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, they spoke about human relations, communication, and things like that, what is required for society. So this book is fortunately, I'm fortunate, released by Dr. Venkateswar, our Venkaiah Naidu garu, Vice President.
Former Vice President.
At his house. And these are little moments in my life I relish
It's
so
a,
much.
it's an honor that your book was released by.
Nothing to do with my background or my other talents. Probably I feel very few artists got this type of luck to share my thoughts with great people in modern society.
Again, since let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This, they have a Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranam. Did somebody ask you to do this work, or is it comes within that? Hey, I want to do this work, and
no, I think myself. Nobody asked me to do things.
Okay. That's my question.
I select my own subjects.
Okay.
I select my own subjects, and people are also more spiritual these days, and people recite mantras and stotras and all that, but they don't have a real access for the meanings and all that. So I select some subjects. Recently, as you know, I have done a calendar on Tyagaraja's Ghana Pancharatna Kirtanas. This is a subject everybody knows, everywhere people sing, but there is no illustrious form of this one.
That Pancharatna
Kirtanas. With illustrated and Vakhyata, what I should say, explanation and all that. It became very famous in last 1 week when Tyagaraja Aradhana Utsavas were there. And we, almost 1,000 copies were given away in just over 10 days' time.
Oh my goodness.
We gave a very nominal price.
Of course.
Very nominal price.
You had to cover all the expenses,
yes,
right? Yes.
Like that, yeah. Next is the one, this is Tyagaraja book is there. This is written by my friend Kallur Sachiram Prasad. He is ancestors are Kallur.
So how many kirtanas you have in this?
In this 400 kirtanas are there.
Okay. Out of thousands of them?
No, 400 kirtanas. And I illustrated some 100 or 110 kirtanas in this. This is all about not the musical part or the Sangeetam part, but this is the literary part of the
Tyagaraja
kirtanas. Each word by word meaning, sandarbham, and the context and things like that. And I always feel this is a PhD book. If somebody should give PhD for this, not for the Bommalugu, I'm telling, but for the presentation.
The work involved.
Presentation in literary form. Many people talk, inspires many people, hours together on this book whenever they see this book. And this also is now coming to a close. I mean, copies are getting over. Probably we would reprint, want to reprint, but probably we don't know. Somebody is to come forward.
So you still get some requests for this book?
Oh, lot of requests. I feel very bad when I say I don't have copies. Things like that. Yeah, really bad. But with my age and all that, I can't venture into more volumes of publications because storage is a problem. I don't have anybody to support the marketing and all that.
Okay, so that means your books are not available anywhere in the stores,
right?
Or like in Amazon, people buy a lot of books in Amazon everywhere, but you're not selling anything. It's only one-on-one.
I don't have to basically, because the moment I say I'm doing this, I got a fan. My readers are there. Nearly some 2,000 readers are there. If I just put on my Facebook, so it's a book is going to be published. Almost 50% or 60% will be copies will be booked then and there itself. So I recover my printing cost in that. Printing cost itself, I assured of that one. So later on is when I don't lose money, remaining is anything I can do with that, like complimentary copies or sales, whatever that comes is a bonus, is a bonus. But my risk of printing is minimized due to my readership, these thing customers, and I get a lot of support from the readers, and everything I share in my Facebook. Bhima Rao Karade Hall is there.
Oh, so you have
I share everything.
social media.
My social media, and I'm that way. Only few people know me because I don't go to much with mix with public because I stay in a corner of the city and I can't venture going out every day and mixing with people in meetings and things like that.
So you're not advertising anywhere?
No,
right?
no,
no advertisement.
And now these books are available in bookshops.
So it's only word of mouth.
Word of mouth
Only. So if that means somebody wants your particular book.
Yeah.
They can call you.
Yeah, they'll call me.
They'll call you.
In fact, my books are not sold in one or two type of tens. They are bought in hundreds because people
want to give it to the friends.
People distribute them over marriages, birthdays,
or any other religious
events and all that. Share this book in hundreds. So not less than 3-4 months, most of my copies are exhausted, or like that. So it's a, I think, blessing of the God. Now I don't claim any pride in this, but it is a blessing of the God. Well, and my subjects are approved by the readers.
Well, you are blessed.
Quality readers.
You are blessed with this talent.
Quality.
But not everybody do that, right?
I don't know.
No, I'm serious. Because I when I saw this one, when I saw the books the other day when I met you, I said, looks like it's a Bapu Gari work. That's why I asked you a question. Is there some? No, sir. I did it. I said, my goodness, I should talk to you. That's the reason we are here today.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And what are the other books?
Thing, sir, since you said this, I will tell one thing. Bapu Garu is a rose. I am a Ganyaru Puvu. Both look alike, but the smell is different, softness is different, fragrance is different, and beauty is different. I humbly say, I am not even 1% of Bapu Garu. But people love that so much, so I am getting fallout of that appreciation in my, to the extent.
To be honest with you, when I saw your work, I said, I mean, again, everybody thinks that this kind of work is, Bapu Garu is hard work, right? So that's why you relate to Bapu Garu immediately.
Bapu Garu, and probably I am able to carry part of his legacy through my efforts. That's
really amazing. And
because Bapu Garu never taught anybody, no class, no sishyas, nothing. In fact, he says, everybody is my guru. And he is the universal guru. So he says he never taught anybody.
Okay.
But his master is there, one Gopulu. Gopulu is in Chennai. He followed his lines. But Guru Minchina Sishru, he became more than him.
So can you tell us what are the books you have done it for our viewers? You know you have 13, right? Can you tell?
Yeah, actually, I also made, as I said earlier, I made Hanuman Chalisa, Bhaja Govindam, Aditya Hridayam, Tyagaraja, Bhagavad Gita, Annamaya. Recently I have done Annamaya.
That is the latest one.
Latest
one.
Annamaya is the latest one. Okay,
we will show that.
Yeah. Okay. Annamaya book is there. And I also have done covered pages for more than 100 or 200 pictures. Novels for others. I do my cover. And cover is one thing. Page is as important. People say don't judge the book by cover. but the cover does everything. Cover does everything.
Yeah.
In fact, there is a little joke at Bapu Garu. In 50s and 60s, he used to illustrate the cover pages for social, Yaddanapudi Sulochana Rani and all, cover titles. And people used to buy the book only for the cover.
Covers.
And the great philosophers and all that, when they write the books, they say we write 300 pages book so intensely, struggling for 6 months or 1 year. Who is this fellow taking away all our credit in one cover page?
Well, that's a beauty, right?
That is a beauty. Because Bapugar takes the essence of the entire thing. And if you see the cover page, you know what is the book all about.
All about.
All about. Such is the power of
the cover page.
Cover page itself talks everything about the text. You can imagine the text.
So, and how many you might have done it so far?
Cover page, I have done more than 150, 200 in all types, social and
I see. Okay, so you have covered the spiritual ones, all the Puranas
social
and everything.
Cartoons.
Other than this, have you done anything else? I mean, they say, okay, line drawing. Line drawing.
Actually, in my family, we like humor. Humor is our forte in our family. We, within ourselves, we cut jokes, mimicry, imitation.
Cartoons. You said you're a cartoonist too,
cartoons,
right? Yeah.
Somebody asked you, you're writing cartoons, are you not afraid or anything? I said, I can make a cartoon on somebody. They can't write a cartoon on me. So I take advantage of that. Reciprocate. In fact, in my ESIL, I wrote so many cartoons on my own management.
Okay.
If I were to be in a private company, I would have been fired because this thing. But management was equally magnanimous.
Okay.
So I enjoyed they enjoyed my cartoons. In fact, my MD.
They encourage you, put it this way.
MD used to ask me, what cartoon you have put on me today? Like that. So that is the generosity of the man. And this is a typical atomic energy style. Yes, Rao or Bark and all that. Management is highly magnanimous.
Okay.
They are beyond the normal type of management and all.
So have you given your drawings, I mean, given to any other magazines or a paper or anything like that? Because
so I have done illustrations for articles in Andhra Prabha for C. Anandaramam and Vishala Netralu by Ganapati Shastri, by Pilka Ganapati Shastri Garu. Over 3 years I did the illustration. That is the story of Ramanujacharya. And earlier the same story was published in 1950s. In Andhra Prabha, and Bapugar illustrated.
So is it like a weekly or a daily? Or?
Weekly.
Weekly. Okay.
Weekly magazine. I did some more than 100 or 200 illustrations for every week. And Sivanandamurthy Garu I have done. Cover pages I have done. And another application of this thing is people who like some of my quality, special quality. I say poster quality. I make posters. They display in their homes and all that.
Oh, the big ones.
Big ones.
Like a calendar, big calendar.
As big as. Recently, you might have seen in Chagaraja.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, 20 by 30.
Yes, I saw the big
backdrop. And also full of exhibition of my Chagaraja.
Yes, I saw that. The entire thing. Yeah. I think I took some pictures also.
One application is that one. And of course, some mementos and things like that. See, once the picture is there, products can be anything. Many products can come out of that. For example, in a Ramayana on a teacup, you can produce, greeting cards, greeting posters.
Okay. The other thing is that, let's say, I know you have done a lot of things. If somebody, a private person, said, okay, Mr. Bhima Rao, I would like to have any particular, line drawing of. So you do that also?
Yeah, I do.
It's like a private work.
Private.
Nothing to do with
I do on personal requests also.
Yeah, personal requests.
I do that.
You do that. Okay.
I do that.
So they give a theme or something like that. So based on
I always insist on, please give what all you want to see in the picture. The moment the more you give, more my picture will be appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people, what happens, one problem also I can explain. People say, you give me a picture of Rama and this Sabari or whatever it is. But when I make the picture, they say, no, Rama should be this side, hand should be like this and all that. I said, you should specify beginning to me, or what are you want to look at it. If you, in the absence of that, my mental picture and theirs will vary.
So your vision is different from
their
vision. Yes.
So they're difficult. So I insist on maximum specifications, and I incorporate what all the doing them. For example, I'll tell you, this is one Vishishasanamam.
Okay.
There is one nice poem by Bhishma Stuti. Bhishma Stuti. Kuppinchi agasina kundalambula kanti gagana bhagam bella kappikonega. When Krishna jumps over from the chariot, when Bhishma hits him on a, I was told, here on the finger, Bhishma, he gets a damn wild, and Krishna, in the rage, he jumps out from the chariot. And despite warnings from Arjuna, you don't do it, that is my job, you don't do that. Then he said, no, I must kill Bhishma today. And
he was so furious.
He took the wheel of the chariot and goes towards him. And all this is done by Bhishma himself. Bhishma is such a person, should come and save me. Bhishma is the one who made him this thing. And Bhishma Stuti, some 11 slokas are there in Bhagavatam. So this picture I have drawn at the midnight of 1:30 in my deep sleep. Really composing this and bringing all the aspects of this poem. It's a very powerful poem, Potana's poem. And bringing all the aspects of this. Every line in the poem is reflected in the picture.
In the drawing.
Picture. So the more the specification, more the text, I want to do more. Similarly in Annamaya also, he's a great person, and so many stanzas, so many lines of this. I try to justify every word that is said by in the poem or whatever it is. Though it's very sometimes lengthy things you cannot completely illustrate.
Of course.
But you select the best ones to represent the whole thing like that. So
anything, of course, I know you have so much of experience. If anybody wants to learn by seeing your work, so what is your advice to them, or are you willing to help them, or any way?
But for me, I am not a trained artist. I learned by myself by looking at this. I suggest one thing: if art is such a thing, it is not hereditary or anything. Singing is hereditary. Your voice is God-given. Yes. But art is not. Art can be practiced. And it is not... only thing, you should have passion, that's all. Okay. And second thing is, art is the cheapest hobby for any child. Okay. Because entire book of this thing I wrote with half pencil of Vishnu Sahasranama, and probably one bottle of black ink. So the value added for this one, for example, you play tennis or you play music or whatever it is, or cricket, whatever it is, you need infrastructure. Of course. And you need other people to support you, and you need money to feed others on. But art is one, you can sit in your corner of your room and without anybody's help, you can spend hours and hours without any money aspect also.
All your imagination will be there.
And enjoy it lonely at least cost, plus value added. For example, if I write a poster, people pay me 10,000 or something. I might have spent only 1 hour on that. So the value added is very, very high. But pleasure is more than the money. But what I'm feeling is, this is the least cost hobby. And every child nowadays, people are doing a lot of talent is very high in youngsters. For example, my grandson is there. He's in US, and He does Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man,
all the
all those.
modern.
That type he does.
Uh,
And recently he has published one book on AI with his own illustrations. And Amazon has published it
oh,
for $10 or something like that. He didn't tell anybody in the house also. But what I'm telling in US especially, I feel every talent has an entrepreneurial ending. Whereas in India, people rot, even when highly talented people don't see light of the day or don't get even enough to make money.
So they need exposure.
Exposure is not there.
Okay.
And
So are you conducting any workshops, anything like this? I mean, for drawing, suppose somebody invite you, Mr. Bhima Rao, can you come to our, because I'm sure there are a lot of workshops on artwork. So you might,
actually,
people might invite you.
At this age, I gave some demos in schools and all that.
Okay.
Demos, schools.
The schools.
Generally, an artist doesn't like to give a demo because his weakness will be exposed. It's a risky thing if he can't do well and all that.
Oh, okay.
So that for me, nothing to lose. So I accept that one. And whatever know, I share with the people.
Okay.
And I gave some demos and all that to people. Whatever I know, I will just don't mind telling. But I don't crave for that. That's all.
No, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of art schools. They will be teaching this work. And it is a unique work. Painting and all those things is different, but this is especially the line drawing work. So well, I hope our viewers got enough information about their line drawing work, what you have done, and at the end. Are you willing to work some more, or you said?
Oh no! Actually, fortunately, my health is very good, even at this age, and I'm not tired yet. So I want to do many things
more. Continue to work.
Many more things till God helps me or wants me to do. Actually, I want to next subject. I want to do some Krishna. Leela, Krishna, Satakam or something like that.
Okay.
See, moral stories people need, youngsters need. Our Vamana Satakam, Krishna Satakam.
So there are the pipeline now.
Pipeline. And sometimes they attempt and all that. So I think there is no end for this. And
of course.
And for this, and I enjoy doing. Even I sleep at 12 o'clock in the night doing my work. As healthy and as active as I was before. Wow. So that's all God's blessing on me. I hope so.
We wish you, sir, definitely. We wish you that you will come out with many more books like this, and lots of cartoons and so many other cover pages and all that stuff. So
thank you.
And thank you so much.
I should thank you immensely. You have spent a lot of time and made me share some of my thoughts to the people, and all on your own, and you came all the way from outside, and I don't know what made you to pick me up.
No, when I
this thing, but
it's a kind of when I saw you the other day when I met you there, that Tyagaraja Aradhana, I said, this is really unique. I mean, your books are really impressed. I said, that's the reason I asked you. Can I, come and talk to you about your work there? So it is so nice of you, Mr. Bhima Rao.
Thank you so much, Krishna Garu.
And giving me, I know you are so busy. I can see that already. So many phone calls. So with that, even still, you have given so much time, your personal time. And on behalf of iAsia News, thank you so much for giving me.
Sir, I made on Tyagaraja, Shirdi Sai Baba also. Anything, any subject worth enunciating and illustrating, I enjoy. And tougher the job, I enjoy more.
I'm sure by watching that your work and our interview today, I'm pretty sure somebody will contact you, or somebody will come up with something that can you do this for us, something like that.
Actually, sir, I'm telling you, no artist makes money. I'm telling you, and encouragement from, I will say, government is required. People can't make a living with the art. Because I'm a retired person, we had some this thing, it's happened. But I feel it is a government job to any art, for example, dance or music, whatever. People are doing on their own. But if some government identifies some projects for these people and employ some 10 or 15 people and get a much better outcome. Individually, people cannot contribute, you know. So some support from the public gives support, but finance should come from institutions. There are great contributors. So in fact, I can share one small experience. One person who brought my book Vishwasanamam ordered 3 copies, and I asked him how much it is, and he paid me, sent money into my bank account. He asked me, what else you are doing now? I said, I want to do Adi Chowdhury. This is 10 years back. Next day, I saw 50,000 rupees in my bank account. I said, who is this gentleman? Why he gave me so much? In fact, I told him some little money, but he gave more money even for first copy. Then later on, I came to know he's a very, very famous person from Kakinada, IFS or something like that. And I can't name him because
I know.
Yeah, he told me not to name and all that. Such people are there. And there are another person who gave me in 5 minutes time 50,000 rupees for all these books, just into my account. There are people, donors are there, but institutions should take over than individuals. That will help the more, because people should live with their little talent. That is important. Everybody cannot open a studio and make money. It's very difficult.
Well,
So,
once again,
thanks
sir,
a lot, sir.
on behalf of IASU News,
Thank
thank you very much for giving us
Thank you very
your
much.
valuable time.
Yeah.
And wish you all the best.
Namaskar.
Bhima Rao.
Thank you so much. And I owe a lot to you for your kind heart and courtesy and all that. I think with a acquaintance of 5-10 minutes, we became so close. And
Thank you so much.
It is nothing to do with our relationship, but with the art only. Through art, makes us so together.
Thank you so much.